This is the Election Bureau. Hello, good evening and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom live from our studios at number 5 Wula Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. My name is Adwoa, Tenkoramaa, Domena. Coming up. Daylight robbery shakes Adabraka residents and traders.
This is the second time, not less than 4 months, in the same place, the same shop. So we were wondering what is going on.
We don't feel safe at all because the road, we have the school children, especially the Muslim, are having their schools on Saturdays.
Also, 5 dead, 30 hospitalized in Kasoa cholera outbreak amid rising health concerns.
Nyimpa enum oye 5 na sebe wonam da year bedu na wa hwe wonkwa na say yehwe oye Kasoa polyclinic on mother and child na bia new market. Most of new market were refer baha.
Coming up on the political front, flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, stays unmoved by NDC's criticisms during Tano North tour.
Wini 2024 election.
Meanwhile, NDC flag bearer John Mahama vows to guard against ballot tampering in 2024 elections, citing concerns over past irregularities.
We know that when they print the excess ballot papers, instead of shredding them in front of the agents, they keep them and hand them over to the MPP. We are not going to allow that to happen this year.
And later, herders alarmed by surge in cattle diseases ahead of festive season, linking outbreaks to grazing conditions.
This is a disease that affects the intestine and affect the lungs in goats and cause high mortality or high death rate in goat. The same thing with foot and mouth disease because it causes heart problem and causes mouth and foot problem.
A very warm welcome to you tonight. Let's begin the bulletin with some crime-related stories. Residents and traders in Adabraka are gripped by fear following a brazen daylight robbery involving gunfire. The 4 heavily armed, unidentified individuals carried out the heist at a gold jewelry shop in the area, firing multiple rounds. According to shop owners, the robbers escaped with 6.2 million Ghana cedis, marking the second robbery at the same shop within 3 months. While police say they are actively searching for the suspects, residents have expressed frustration, citing a slow response from law enforcement. Caleb Kuda has more.
Behind me is the crime scene where the daylight robbery took place. Shooting and robbery took place earlier today, Saturday, November 2, just close to the Adabraka Mosque on the Jones Nelson Avenue within the Adabraka market. Now, we've been talking to some eyewitnesses who've been narrating these various accounts to us.
At the back of my house, and I was doing some things and I heard a gunshot, but I thought it was a knockout. So I just peeped through my window and I saw a man masked the face, and I said, hey, they don't urinate at the back of the house. And he said, hey, madam, make you shut up. That's the language he said, and the tonation was like the Nigerian tonation. Then quickly, I just closed the window. Then they gave a warning shot on top of my roofing. Then I came out and I saw that people were shouting. So when I came and I saw the man holding some money with a gunshot on him, and for him not to cut the attention of the people, he just threw the money out and gave a warning shot. Pack, pack, pack. Then everybody was rushing to take the money, and he was just walking majestically anyhow.
This is the vehicle that was carrying the sacks of cash that was robbed at gunpoint in broad daylight earlier today. I have with me another eyewitness who saw more of the action and will narrate to us. So where were you and what did you see?
I was around the mosque, the central mosque, and we heard a gunshot, but we thought it was knockout. So later on I realized people were rushing to the mosque side. I said, what is happening? So we turned ourselves, we saw a RAV4 packed, blocked the Cholera, and we thought maybe they were trying to do something, but not knowing they were armed robbers. They were unmasked, though. They were like 4 or 5.
You mean they were masked?
Yes, they were masked. So they start putting a gunshot on the car, flattening the car tires first, and secondly, they start giving a warning shot. So nobody was getting close to them. So they start pulling the money from the car inside the RAV4. In fact, nobody was getting close because they were armed, very armed. So they decided to do their own thing, and they're working freely. We called the police because the police was very close. So most of us, we rushed to the police station trying to tell them to come and face them, but nobody was coming. But after the operation, they came with the patrol team and stuff. It was too late.
The police CID are here. They are processing the area to gather information for their own investigation. So they've cordoned off the area so that nobody is allowed to tamper the investigations. But this is some hours after the incident took place. And the residents and victims of this robbery incident are not too happy because to my right, which is just about 2 minutes away from the crime scene, is where the Adabraka police station is. And so for the residents of Adabraka, they are not happy with the police because they say that their efforts at getting the attention of the police to deal with the crime, especially because at some point the robbers took their sweet time to walk on the streets because they were armed and the residents could not do anything to them. They feel that the police took way too long to address the matter. And they tell us also that this will not be the first time that such an incident will happen again at the same gold jewelry shop.
I think this is the second time, not less than 4 months, in the same place, the same shop. So we were wondering what is going on.
We don't feel safe at all because the road, we have the school children, especially the Muslims are having their schools on Saturdays, and we have a lot of people, Adabraka to the market is a very busy road where people come, bring, sell.
The owners of Carbest Jewelry say this is not the first time such a robbery incident will take place. They tell us that on July 27, around 6:45, a similar operation was undertaken. The amount involved was over $1 million. That happened. They said they made a distress call to the police. The police delayed in its response. They tell us that the amount involved in today's robbery is about 6.2 million Ghana cedis. They are counting their losses and they are in distress because this is the second time that such an incident will happen. Behind me is the Adabraka police station. It's a 2-minute walk away from the crime scene for an operation that lasted about 10 minutes according to eyewitnesses. It beats the minds of residents why the response of the police was not swift. We've attempted to talk to the Adabraka police station, but they've declined speaking for now. We understand that the deputy regional director, Greater Accra Regional Director of Ghana Police, has gone to visit the victim, the driver of the vehicle that was attacked at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Ridge. So we'll be following up from there. This is a gentleman who was shot by the armed robbers earlier today. He's traumatized, obviously, has received some preliminary care. He's off to get some scans done, and then later he will give the police his statement. We've not met the police leadership here yet, but that is the update here, that they are going to get some x-rays and scans done. Here is a relative of the owner of the shop that was attacked this afternoon, speaking to us, appealing to the police to bring the perpetrators to book.
We are very shocked that this thing is continuing, because the first one, at least the police had some information. I mean, some footages and some videos. We thought they could have even helped us, I mean, to find the perpetrators, but nothing happened, and now this is the second time. So what I can say is we are appealing to the police to protect us, because if the police can't protect us, who should protect us? We as citizens, I think we don't have to start protecting ourselves, because if all of us start protecting ourselves, it won't end up very well for the whole society.
The Member of Parliament for Cholera, Zaneto Rollins, has been here. She's been speaking with the police, and we've been speaking with her as well. She's particularly unhappy at the sophisticated weapons that the armed robbers have in their hands, and she's worried that with a few weeks to elections, it's very concerning to have persons unscrupulous have such weapons in their hands, and she's been asking the Ministry of Interior, the police and all stakeholders to increase their work to protect citizens.
It's very worrying, because first of all, how are people having access to such weapons and having the courage to do this in the middle of the city, broad daylight? And I think what's more disturbing is that we have elections in less than 36 days from today, and it raises concerns over the safety of not just constituents, but on the safety of all of us on the day. This is a robbery indeed, but the fact that it can happen in the manner that it does raise concerns with regards to the safety of the community, number one, but also ultimately the issue of peace and security around the day of elections. I've already engaged the police as I got here, but I think that this is something that needs to be looked at the highest level. And it's not just about the police, but it's also about the Minister for the Interior and National Security. This is something that needs to be looked at, because if you're looking at the types of weapons that these individuals are carrying, it raises a huge question with regards to the use of certain types of weapons in the system, which we know are not legal. So yeah, I'm definitely going to bring this up. Unfortunately, Parliament is not sitting at the moment, so it kind of decreases one avenue that I can use immediately. But I intend to certainly pursue this. Deputy Ranking Member on the Select Committee on Security and Intelligence, and I'm going to use my position to see how we can address this, because this is not the first time this has happened in Accra. But I think that it seems to be creeping into certain areas where things like this hitherto were not happening. It's a bit disturbing. People should not live in fear in the community, number one. And we are too close to elections, an election around which there's too much tension already. And we cannot afford to have this level of feeling of insecurity within the community.
The residents of Adabraka, traders and victims of this robbery, are asking the Ghana police to up its game and ensure that it does all it can to protect their property and their lives, because now it is some 6.2 million Ghana cedis that is lost. They do not know what next will be lost, and they want the police to do everything it can to safeguard lives and property. Caleb Kuda, Channel 1 Television.
Well, we do know the police has launched a manhunt to apprehend suspects in this particular robbery. I'll bring you updates as and when we have it. But for now, let's move on to some of the stories. And residents of Choko Santana, located in the Bawku South Sub-Metropolitan District of the Greater Accra region, are opposing a district assembly initiative to build a toilet facility and borehole in their community, labeling it as unnecessary. They claim that the assembly failed to properly engage with the residents and did not consider their actual needs. The community members warn they will actively resist any attempt to proceed with this construction. Here's my report from Choko. In Choko Santana, A patch of open land, currently half used as a refuse site and half as a football field, has become a battleground between the residents and the district assembly. Channel 1 News investigations reveal that the assembly plans to construct a borehole and toilet facility here to enhance sanitation. However, residents feel the facilities are unnecessary, pointing out that 2 existing community toilets nearby are already meeting their needs. They argue that placing another facility so close would waste resources.
Where toilet be mashipon menyo me tena bami 30 so me show de pony me bami e wo kan me no ba no go afi wonu hihia ke e beba ke e ba fi toilet ale e beba ame tawa me won bia na ga face ame mamu stores ya bia ni won wo bia wo yo wo pe na ame ka me tawa na me fe ame fe ame manoko e bia ame me na fe le sheta ka gbe le she na ka wini o ba yo ba fe nu ro tawo shi ni be she na afi election no go ba fi o bo ba ti wo ni wo to abole egbe o bo wa ti wo gbe ko ba nyo ba tabi e po ti wo gbe onyo to abole be ro won pa fai won pa government fai government wo ko yo won pa le fai kele tun aga ba ko ene me wo you te wo ke wo pe ni
kala ke bo hole a service of God e be some years back aba fe ku eje me she because of insure e wo within the period of 3 years no FFA mini e chongu e wo keji o ba fe ye be ne toilet ni ehie e wa because no yo na e batashi no nyo challenging o upon 1,000 chemicals no ko wa wumi ko ke wumi akani nwo o nje spon definitely no FFA ba fe mini e ba chongu e wo ni kala ga shida bi na kenu ko ne e wanwo na gbe ne toilet le hu ni so le drum na mo ko an 40 seats e wo kokko ba no ba ma 10 ne I mean 40 animal lente ani abila ga shi menye ba mi ka je chele o mi kele plan ke ba hie be ke mo abatashi mo ni no ni ko ne kala negotiate ko ne je te ke 40 em toilet water wo toilet ko machine borehole le hu e wa wo e wo small borehole enya bodu shishi.
For young residents who have used the space for football for over 20 years, the proposed construction would mean an end to their recreation. They are committed to opposing this project by any means necessary.
Bia wo hwe mo ni kra ka je wo bibi o mi fen wo beken bi wo je no wo cheme hwe an we hye wo no wo beken bi fen bia kra wo hwe mo kra agi bia wo hwe bia ona bia wo hwe.
So if they construct the toilet and the borehole, what do you stand to lose?
Okay, amanaka no ko bia egba wona gbo because anaka no ko eyin awo bia toilet test na you o toilet ajo so ma machine no polance wo ya ko wo shi anja me wo je no ko ni gba wona si bia na mi nu sisi jaga si bia na ashi bia for so many years ame ba fe no ko bia ame jo ba bia no so mini ba bia na me ka me jo ba bia ga si amba na mba ma no ko bia ne ko ko bia shika mo na ga bia na po be akono si bia no wo so wo sa bia ga wo wale ga ni bi wo na e ko wo ba so ke wo nye me ga ni bi fen how come me na ba do mo shika ni ba ma toilet ke me bowl
I do play here. I was born here. So if they claim they always come here to come engage some elders here. We don't know any elder here. We don't have any elder. We are the ones here. And those people they claim are elders here. They came here to rent. We will resist them with every bone in our body.
Have they given a timeline that they are hoping to start?
We don't care the timeline they give. We live here. Any day, anyhow, if they come here, we will resist them.
A youth activist in the community explains that a similar project started just before the 2020 elections has been abandoned for nearly 4 years. He fears the same fate for this new project and urges the district assembly to engage stakeholders meaningfully to resolve the disagreements.
If you take the early parts of the drainage, it was around 2020 we had to do a lot of campaign and protest for them to even do that. And with that one, it is as though to please those who were making quite a lot of noise. And then this place was left. And so, first, if you want to do that project, why around the same time? Once beaten, twice shy. So say if you have community, assuming there was community engagement, as they claim they did, which is kind of fiasco because there's no evidence to that, the timing is wrong. Less than 37 days to election.
What's your fear?
Our fear is this. This is evidence of what our fear is. This was started in 2016. After elections, this is the state. You get me? So the community, as was witnessed, the community claimed there hasn't been that engagement. So why don't you use this period for the community engagement? And then after elections, you can start.
The assembly member for the area, Theophilus Papokwe, reports that multiple attempts to halt the construction have been unsuccessful. He appeals for the project's funds to be redirected to more urgent local needs, such as a drainage system, which he says is a higher priority for residents.
In that particular community, it is more or less like an estate community where about 80% of the people have toilet facility in their residence, and therefore building toilet facility at this very current era would not be important to them because they already have two, and then with the two, the managers of the public toilets keep complaining that people are not coming. So if they keep complaining that they are not getting more people and you want to build, what is the importance of her? So they could have, so they should use this current fund. There is a drain very close, I think 20 meters away from the sanitary site. They should use that money to complete that drainage.
A former sub-metro chief who was in office when this project's plans originated, told Channel One News he has asked the contractor to relocate the facilities due to the resistance from residents, but the assembly has refused to change course.
After the engagement and we've left, I had calls. And they told me, and I told the contractor, we should stop it. We should look for a different location. And they said, no, it's simple. You're bringing something to the community. And they said they don't need it. They already have it. They have enough. What they have there, they said they never queue the toilet facility over there. They never queue for toilets. Unlike some places you go, people will queue. You want to go there, unless someone comes out before you can go in. No. They say it's sufficient for them. And even they said the borehole is also okay for them.
Meanwhile, all efforts by Channel One News to get a response from the current sub-metro chief overseeing the project have been unsuccessful.
So residents here at Choco Santana are fiercely resisting any attempt by the Metropolitan Sub-Chief to construct any extra toilet facility here because they believe they have enough and they have no use of it. They are calling on the Assembly to pull the brakes on any intended project, at least before the end of the year. Otherwise, they will fiercely resist it. Reporting for Channel One News, my name is Adwoa, Tenkoramaa, Domena.
Now, NEDCO and Ghana Water Company Limited staff have withdrawn their services from Bawku amid security concerns. The officials from the Ghana Water Company Limited and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company left their post in Bawku due to the area's unstable security situation. Channel One News' investigations reveal that staff from these institutions have not returned to work since the recent resurgence of conflict in the region. Now, this absence leaves critical water and electricity issues unaddressed until the officials can safely resume duties when peace is restored. Although the intense gunfire has ceased, reportedly, reports indicate sporadic gunshots continue at night. You're still watching Channel One Newsroom. When we return, 5 dead, 30 hospitalized as cholera cases increase in Kasoa amid rising health concerns. We'll bring you details of this and other stories shortly. Please stay.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working how?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen, Channel 1 TV.
Well, thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel 1 TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working how?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen, Channel 1 TV.
Well, thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel 1 TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working how?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show.
You're You're welcome back to the bulletin. Thank you for staying with us. Let's take you to the central region now, where a cholera outbreak in Kasoa has resulted in 5 fatalities, with 30 individuals currently receiving treatment at the Kasoa Polyclinic and Mother and Child Hospital. There's more in this report by our Central Regional Correspondent Calvis Tete.
Ewutu Senya East Municipal Chief Executive Anita Love Obuemisa confirmed that 3 people succumbed to the disease yesterday, with 2 more fatalities recorded this afternoon, raising the death toll to 5. Emisa expressed concerns about the potential spread of cholera, urging Kasoa residents to stay vigilant, maintain a healthy environment, and prioritize healthy eating. She also noted that cases are being referred from nearby areas, including Ewutu Senya West and Gumwa East District, calling for joint efforts to combat the outbreak. The MCE commended health authorities for their quick response and advised residents to remain alert.
Nyimpa enum oye 5 na sebe wonam dari yarbedu na wa hwe wonkwa na sayehwe oye Kasoa Polyclinic ona Mother and Child na bia New Market. Most of New Market were refer baha asat in the no around 2021, but in the we are sure was wapa 25 who were almost 30. But you just some of me there. Our doctors, warriors, a partner, nurses are maybe who there. They've managed a lot of people. Nyaminadum unwansu wo huye. Inti maye sranye there. Baby biara wonu ye best srahwan. Obia mbwana ho ban nezizim onzi ezibana oye show onhohoro ne nsa ho. Na CTR yeba ye hu there the regional health director so or around. In fact, mobile yanama amena abaudo. They are doing a yeoman's job throughout endeda and the pay and matching inara. What's one wo living in ampo wa from one ma waba. Gomwa East wa record waba Kasoa. Ewutu West wa record waba Kasoa and sana a hunters and omede or spread. And there is this today. So warba di anyimpa no refi. Original na sort taxi ma. Eja oye airborne. Taxi driver no be prepare no on disinfect on yehwe onam do onyi hu nyimzi nti na waasa na oza aka fanyimpa fofo nti ya besre onya masade ni sipe ma moncher bombozina na bra it's na future obeye no na yeye.
Ewutu Senya East Municipal Environmental Officer Godson Lodo highlighted essential practices for residents, particularly traders, to prevent further spread of the disease.
Titro ni omo mo ye biano no obiandi ne huni se ovuru nsa dimadi bi obaye wie na person oye biano na utoma amafo no so timi edi samuna eni ensu ovuru nsa kama se be ya sebi unfa yare no ensan amafo omo endi biano na ni se be ya nwansa ni eni das embeseti wo biano no so e cover etana edi aboma edi oha we aba.
The Ewutu Senya East Municipal Assembly is urging residents within Kasoa to report early symptoms of cholera to the hospital. Calvis Tete, Channel 1 News, Kasoa.
Let's now bring you some election-related stories. We begin from the quarters of the New Patriotic Party, and its flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has stated that his campaign will remain focused and will not be affected by what he describes as insults from the NDC's camp. While touring the Tano North constituency, Dr. Bawumia highlighted that his team intends to win based on their track record in the government. There's more in this report.
On Friday, Dr. Bawku campaigned alongside his longtime aide and spokesperson, Dr. Gideon Bawku, in the Tano North constituency. This marked the conclusion of his two-day tour of the Hafo region. In Tano North, Dr. Bawku met with voters in Duaya Onkwanta before traveling to Boma, the hometown of Dr. Gideon Bawku, who is vying to succeed Frida Prempeh as Member of Parliament. In Boma, Dr. Bawku expressed confidence in the party's victory on December 7.
NDC for Omuehu se Omu Beluzi. And yes, sir, Omuehu se Omu Berry. Eninti Omu Ashe Asie Didi Atem. Se Mwati. Se Omu Didi Yatem. Yemfi Omo. Ye Kwako Wini 2024 election. The entire Yebe Wini election in the same. Every ejuma yaye yede adwen a yede ye ejuma aboa obia Ghana ha yede mpuntio kofa na nyina minim se boma ha ade a ehia mo eni tano no fa mo akwan enya sa mo akwan me free duan kwanta ba ha kwan nye every tepa ebaha kwai no nye me pese mu nyina mumfasa kwai nyina enhye minsem mumfa nhye minsem me beye omampanyi a meye we nyina amamo ni nyina kolta tum.
Meanwhile, Dr. Gideon Bawku assured Dr. Bawku that the Tano North constituency would make history in the 2024 elections.
For her, I'm Rasabaja Akonyano. Sayanum, Amudi Grandma, Amuchu Mutente, and the Battle Crya Pa. Miana Metin Kunim. Bibia to Mr. Sano. Bibia to Mr. Sano. Ayasanatia. Esan Sir. Menemusama Gematum. Na men so me domo eti yabeko so na ya som me butaye nyina ne sa adwumade a ya ma sabajafo a edikan abaya no Gideon Bawku men so me batoa so amana ye.
To the National Democratic Congress now, and its flag bearer John Dramani Mahama has vowed to prevent any attempts to manipulate the upcoming election results through ballot printing. The Electoral Commission conducted a tour of 3 printing facilities on Friday to monitor the production of ballot papers for the 2024 elections, aiming to enhance transparency and trust in the process. However, while on a campaign stop in Sagnarigu, John Mahama alleged that during the 2020 election, the EC printed excess ballot papers that were allegedly given to agents of the ruling New Patriotic Party. Here's more.
As the Electoral Commission begins the ballot printing for the forthcoming elections, it has denied accusations of overprinting ballots. On November 1, the EC, accompanied by journalists, visited 3 designated printing facilities as part of an effort to ensure transparency and foster trust. Speaking at a rally in Sagnarigu, Mahama encouraged NDC agents and election observers to remain alert, citing a lack of faith in the electoral process and its stakeholders.
That the election is transparent and fair. In the past, we have always trusted that everybody who is a stakeholder in this election will behave in a neutral and non-partisan manner. But it doesn't always work. In 2020, when we went to supervise the printing of ballot papers, after we finished printing the ballot papers, we packed them, we all signed, our agents left the printing presses. What happened? They started printing ballot papers again. And some of those ballot papers found their way into the hands of the MPP party. On the election day, we caught NPP agents with ballot papers in their hands. We reported them to the police. Nothing happened to them. So this election, we are not taking any chances. Just yesterday, one of our election supervisors went to inspect one of the printing houses, and an MPP person came there and wanted to assault him. We know that when they print the excess ballot papers, instead of shredding them in front of the agents, they keep them and hand them over to the MPP. We are not going to allow that to happen this year.
Away from the NDC, the presidential candidate for the Movement for Change, Alan John Kujocho-Mateng, has shared his vision to revitalize all 16 regions of the country through his great transformational plan. He highlighted that the central region will be developed into the country's tourism hub, while the Volta region will become Ghana's and potentially West Africa's center for skills development. Confident in his chances for the 2024 general elections, Alan Kujocho-Mateng noted that a strong support he witnessed during his caravan walk marking the end of his Greater Accra regional tour. There's more in this report by Fred Tuho.
It is the 2nd of November 2024, and the Movement of Change supporters, in collaboration with their leader, Alan Kujocho-Mateng, are basically embarking on a mammoth walk across the district capital, which is Accra, and they are trying to register their presence in the eyes of the general public, so he becomes the obvious choice on December 7, 2024. Now we see hundreds of supporters joining with candidates to embark on this particular walk, and so far the youth we've seen in their numbers are also calling for jobs, and that is informing their decision to be part of this particular walk today. Now some of them are here. We want to engage them. Why are you here today?
I'm part of this this walk to show that Alan is in for business. Is in to be the president of Ghana. And so we are here to mobilize the youth so that in December 7th, we'll vote for Alan come December 7th.
What is that single thing you want Alan to do for you as a youth?
Alan says he's in for the youth. And that is why he chose a vice president who is 40 years old. And so definitely he's in for the youth. And one other thing that we are seeking for the youth is that Alan says he's going to open a traders bank. A bank for traders. I'm a trader. And so once he comes in, he's going to do the work for us. And so I believe in Alan.
So we see how vibrant the vice presidential candidate is, as well as the presidential candidate himself, Mr. Alan Kujocho-Mateng, walking majestically towards their very last end. And obviously, we should be able to get something from him. How is the walk going so far?
Absolutely phenomenal. We love it. We love it. You've seen the mammoth of crowds which have gathered here just to support the movement for change, just to tell the Ghanaian people that change is imminent, that change is not coming, that change is here.
Largely, what message do you have for the teeming youth who are supporting you today?
That if they have suffered, and indeed they have suffered, under the recycling of incompetence with respect to the duopoly. And now this is the time for them to demonstrate that they are very upset, that they need a real change, that they need transformation, and that transformation can only be given to them by His Excellency Alan Kujocho-Mateng.
The presidential candidate is here. Mr. Alan, what does this whole support mean for you?
It speaks for itself. You can see that this is natural love. People are excited. They are happy about what is going on. And that's what you need when change is about to occur. You can feel that change is on the way coming.
He's expected to deliver some message to the seeming youth who are basically following him today, endorsing his candidature to lead this country should he get the nod on December 7th. After a long day's work, the presidential candidate for the Movement for Change, Alan Kujocho-Mateng, came together with the supporters to the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, where he delivered a message urging the electorates to make sure they vote massively for him to lead the good people of Ghana.
Whether it is NDC or NPP, the value is the same. I don't think we are ready for change. It is not about NEC. It is not about MPP. It is about Ghana. And it is about leadership.
He says he has a City of Excellence development plan for all the 16 regions across the country. And he's hoping that when elected, he's going to transform each region.
Greater Accra, by 2030, will be one of the 5 leading cities in the whole of Africa. Now, make a sound. If you Greater Accra, measure all the rest of Ghana, every region will become a center of excellence. Madikaka, Central region will become the new tourism hub for West Africa. The Bottom region will become the new hub for technical skills development for West Africa.
The wife of Alan Mantin also took turns to address the teeming crowd. Other speakers who made it to the podium to deliver their message of hope, urging the people to vote for Alan Cash.
Election time was one. May I cover grader, articulator, near the best who pass on the AG. Election time was one. Baby, I will be at the poster, Beba. Election time was one. Baby, I will be at the billboard, Beba. Now you two about the radio and put to Jumano and no dear any pay. So boy, it is a open put you, open Ghana and Kaiko. Now open say you did Ghana bomb, not Ghana cocoa and Nimudia. And I feel way, 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 I feel way. I think Bawku pen and was away. Sadia no, and the sir, you better abano, and the Ama, John. Alan Kojo Chamatin.
It's been a very successful walk throughout the principal streets of Accra, where Alan Tremantin is hoping that on December 7th, the good people of Ghana will select him as the leader of this country, breaking away from the NDC and NPP in the history of Ghana. My name is Fred Adwoa reporting for Channel 1 News.
Let's stay on election-related stories. And President of the National House of Chiefs, Adwoa II, has called upon chiefs across the country to serve as advocates for peace as Ghana approaches the December 7 elections. He also encouraged chiefs to act responsibly, reinforcing the dignity and integrity of the chieftaincy institution. This report by Channel 1 News' Ashanti Regional Correspondent Fatih Aminu Ibrahim has more.
With just 36 days remaining until Ghanaians cast their votes for the presidential and parliamentary candidates, calls for a peaceful electoral process are intensifying among key stakeholders. Adding its voice to the appeal, the National House of Chiefs urged collaboration to ensure a calm and orderly election. In his end of tenure address at a meeting in Kumasi, the President of the National House of Chiefs, Adwoa II, urged chiefs to be peace ambassadors during this critical period.
Your Majesties, ladies and gentlemen, with the parliamentary and presidential elections only a few days ago, let us continue our advocacy for fair, peaceful, and transparent elections.
He also reminded chiefs to act with respect, upholding the reputation of the chieftaincy institution.
We need to continue to work harder to maintain the image and respect for our institution. Our conduct and behaviors as individuals, as chiefs, and as an institution should help uplift our image. We should do nothing to undermine this image.
Now, the House of Chiefs is urging stakeholders to conduct their election-related activities responsibly to ensure a peaceful process. For Channel One News, I am Fatih Amin Ibrahim, Ashanti Region.
And here's a reminder that this is the Election Bureau. Stay tuned for comprehensive and timely coverage of the 2024 general elections. You can also follow us using the hashtag GhanaPost2024 for real-time updates and join the conversation. This is still the City Newsroom, still ahead. Herders alarmed by surge in cattle diseases ahead of festive season, linking outbreaks to grazing conditions. We have more details coming up shortly. Please stay with us.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel One Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen. Channel One TV.
Thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel One TV. You understand?
This is Channel One TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel One Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen. Channel One TV.
Thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel One TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen. Channel 1 TV.
Oh, thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel 1 TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering.
Hello again. Grateful you could stay with us. Now, as the Christmas season approaches, herders across the Ashanti region are raising concerns over a surge in new cattle diseases, which they believe are linked to the types of grasses the animals consume. Now, this worrying development comes as demand for livestock is expected to peak during the festive season. Channel 1 News' Adwoa reports.
Local herders have noted a significant decline in cattle health and production levels due to unexplained illness. President of the Ghana Herdsman Association, Yakubu Mohammed, mentioned that many herders are observing symptoms in their cattle that appear to coincide with the recent use of pesticides and fertilizers in grazing areas. Yakubu Mohammed emphasized that some herders suspect the chemicals applied to crops and grasses may be contaminating their cattle's main food sources.
Yawa yanda muke kiwo da nan da yanzu ga sakiya na nan da yawa abin da yasa nake sakiya na nan da yawa da inda muke kiwo dajin nan na da yawa ko wasanu na bi inda yake so kuma yanzu kayan pumping gaba da yawa shi yasa yanzu duk sanu inda ya samu fili kadan ya ci duka sai ka ga ya zama mai kiwo abin da ake pumping na maganin gona nan shi yasa sakiya ya zo wurin kiwo da yawa da wanda ke handar sanu duka inda yana wasa wurin kiwo ka gan sanu su bai zuwa gaba yana zuwa baya ne to wannan sakiya dai na nan wurin abincin sanu sosai akwai cuta da yawa da ke kawo musu don sai akwai wani cuta na nan muna kiran shi safa da bai da karfi amma yanzu yana da karfi yana iya kashe sanu da yaran sanu don shi yana kama harshen sanu da kafafa in ya kama wannan cuta na nan akwai wani kuma cuta na nan kama kwaya ne in ya tashi sanu jikin sanu duka ka gani ko ina ya dudunkule to wannan ya zama important shi yana iya kashe sanu da yawa don shi wannan cuta na nan da muka san da shi yana iya zo muna kama sontan sanu yadda za su haifu kowane shekara na kagan ba su iya su haifu kuma sun iya su haifu su yaran nan na mutuwa irin wannan duka na nan irin wannan cuta bai son kananan sanu yana kashe su da yawa.
Meanwhile, Prof. Benjamin Emekpe, Dean of the School of Veterinary Medicine at KNUST, believes that climate change is also a central factor contributing to the surge in cattle diseases. He further warned that these diseases, often transmitted unknowingly from cattle to humans, are becoming increasingly common.
This is a disease that affects the intestine and affects the lungs in goats and cause high mortality or high death rate in goat. The same thing with foot and mouth disease, because it causes heart problem and causes mouth and foot problem. And many times the calves, which are the younger ones that could take care of our business as we progress, they all die.
During a stakeholder consultation on One Health for the Fube or Herdsman community in Mampong, organized in collaboration with the School of Veterinary Medicine at KNUST and the University of Ghana, Prof. Emekpe explained that the program aims to help herders understand disease dynamics to better adapt to climate change's impact on livestock health.
This is the major reason why this program is coming up, for them to have understanding of the dynamics. The dynamics of climate change is not clear to them. The dynamics of increased burden of diseases is not clear to them. The dynamics of what those animals can even bring to them is not known to them. And this is the time for us not only to do awareness program, but to be intentional in making them to understand the dynamics of climate change.
Mobile livestock farmers are faced with unique challenges, but solutions are emerging with a One Health approach, bridging the human, animal, and environmental health. For Channel 1 News, I am Adwoa, Asante Mampong.
And this is where we draw the curtains on tonight's bulletin. But before we go, we want to remind you to follow us for real-time updates for the 2024 general elections and join the conversation using the hashtag GhanaPost2024. My name is Adwoa, Tenkoramaa, Domena. Many thanks for your company.